coming back from my fantastic catamaran vacation trip where I've discovered the true meaning of freedom while sailing through the warm seas, I found myself with no intention of stopping there. Right before completing my associate's degree in geography, I had this constant picture in my head depicting the wild Amazon rainforest. My sense of adventure was suddenly awoken profusely. I told my friends that I wanted to be living in a National Geographic Amazon documentary in South America, but didn't know any Spanish or Portuguese. That's when I heard of the name of French Guiana for the first time, a small country between Brazil and Suriname, where I could hit two birds with one stone, further my studies, and relive my own Mowgli jungle life. I say relive because I've spent my whole childhood jumping up on trees and rooftops in our huge backyard, and watching the Jungle Book over and over until the cassette tape got erased. To top it all up, I looked just like him, skinny and mid-length dark-haired, and that is how I earned the nickname of Mowgli as a kid. Willpower and strength in belief make our dreams come true, breaking doors and rules. I became so determined to go explore the jungle side of the world that soon after, the universe put on my path this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to be part of a bike, run, and kayak triathlon race in French Guiana organized by our own University of the French West Indies Martinique campus. How amazing that was to just ask and receive only by means of our imagination. Our training was taken very seriously with the help of our experienced coach, making sure we practice running, kayaking, and cycling on a daily basis. A couple of months later, we were all ready for our big event, flying from the island of Martinique to the steamy territory of French Guiana. The three French teams of Guadeloupe, Martinique, and French Guiana were set to compete in the raw jungle. Our first night was spent in the capital city of Cayenne in a dormitory building with cacophonic laughter and voices from the dancing group and the rest of the team members. The dancers rehearsed all night, and I remember looking fascinated at their art of moving to the rhythm of the music in such a high vibrational way. Their energy was beyond contagious. But once in bed, sleep was just not going to be possible. Between the loud snoring sequences of my team partner sleeping on the adjacent bed with her mouth wide open, creating a pathway for a mosquito to eventually get inside, and once that happened, hearing her choking so loudly, and my own skin burning up to the boiling moist, wrapped up from head to toe with the sheet on, which was no barrier to those hungry giant mosquitoes sucking up my blood through it and leaving spasmic stinging sensations on my skin. That was going to be a memorable 4 degrees latitude away from the equator first night. The next day of my adventurous equatorial triathlon journey was set in the rainforest, where each team was asked to build a small campsite with hammocks and a kitchen space. We were introduced to the native Indian locals who are living in small numbers in that village. That night was going to be another memorable one, this time deeply immersed in the natural elements. The darkness of the giant canopy, coupled with an intense celestial loud thumping rain that simply didn't stop throughout the whole night, made us all feel like tiny creatures in the midst of a powerful realm. Coming from a country where the biggest desert in the world in the far south plays a major role in temperatures and rainfall, I had never thought such constant precipitation, which sounded like pouring buckets of water over our plastic tarps, could last a full night. For 3 days, the competition among the 3 teams was in full swing. It started out with the jungle race following a somewhat traced footpath. I can't remember how many miles we ran, but I can remember being in a delirious state after hours of physical effort and speaking out to myself, asking, why in the world am I running in the middle of endless trees for so long? Who am I? What is my name? Cycling in the Amazon was all different as well, because the ground is not always flat. I realized that after riding my bike at full speed on a huge puddle while a small cheering crowd was watching me sinking down into the flooded ground until my legs couldn't pedal any longer. I learned later that they took a picture of me stuck in the mud but still determined to make it and posted it on the local newspaper. They've also posted our team's victory, which made us all so proud and paid off our efforts.